Hello, 8th graders. Sorry, I had something in my eye. I know you love these videos as much as I do, but I'm coming to you live to talk to you about our new lesson that we're going to be looking into, which is acids, bases, and salts. But before we do so, I just want to let you know how much I miss you and adore you guys, and how I know this is really hard, that your 8th grade year is basically having to go through this, and how you're not able to spend time with each other and spend time at the school that you're going to be leaving and going off to bigger places next year. And I just really want you to ponder and think about how grateful you still are, the family that you're able to spend time with right now, and how important they are, and how much your teachers are really pouring into your education through virtual learning. And I know it's hard for me, and I'm sure it's hard for you, but we can do this. So I am having you do some journal time today, and I do need you to submit your journal to me. These are the 3 journal questions that I want you to answer. So if you want to get a paper and a pencil, or if you have a document open that you are ready to write on, here we go. Number 1, I want you to come up with 2 to 3 things you already know about acids and bases. What do you already know? You can pause this video and jot down your answers. Number 2, can you come up with an example of an acid or a base? At this time, you can either pause the video or keep on watching. Number 3, where have you seen an acid or base in real life? You can pause this video to write down your answers at this time. And number 4, so I actually said that we were only going to do 3, but if you want to do number 4 is, when would an acid or a base be useful, and when might they be harmful to us? So that was your journal for the day. If you want to go back to listen to those again, if maybe you didn't quite get them, or you need to go back and jot down your answers, now is your time to do so. But what we are going to be moving on to now is why I told you to have something ready for taking notes if you would like to do so, because it might help you with your lesson review, and it might help you with this supplemental worksheet that I'm going to attach to the email. We are going to go over why acids and bases are important in everyday life. So, do you know why an acid and a base is important to you in everyday life? Well, why do we get more activities from drinking soda? Is it because it's an acid, or is it because it's a base? What's a buffer? What's important to your body? How do you know your swimming pool is safe to swim in? So these are all reasons why acids and bases are important to us and important to our lives. What we are going to go over next is acids. So an acid is any compound that increases the number of hydronium ions. And I know hydronium is a big word, but in 8th grade we can handle it. So to produce hydronium ions in water is what an acid is. So hydronium ions is a hydrogen ion that is attached to a water molecule. Acids taste sour. Acids corrode metals. Acids also will react with metals to give off hydrogen, and they also conduct electricity. So although most acids are harmless, some can be very harmful. For example, some acids are able to eat through plastic, clothing, skin, and even corrode metal. Sometimes these properties of strong acids are useful, however, and we do use them in everyday life. For example, hydrochloric acid is in your stomach and helps you digest food. So although acids can be super harmful, they are also super useful to our body in enabling us to consume all those nutrients and let them soak through our small and large intestine. Common acids that we use every day can be sulfuric acid, which are found in car batteries, hydrochloric acid, which was once again in our stomach acid, phosphoric acid, which is found in cold drinks, lactic acid, which is found in milk, citrus acid, which is in oranges and lemons, and acetic acid, which you can find in vinegar. The lovely smell of vinegar. So properties of acids, properties of bases. So now we talked about acids, we're going to move on to bases. So bases are any compound that increases the number of hydroxide ions, which is OH negative. What are the properties of bases? So to produce hydroxide ions in water, which is OH negative, they are soapy or have this slippery feel. They have a bitter or chalky taste, and they also conduct electricity. So some examples of bases that you can find in everyday life are ammonia, which is a household cleaning product, sodium hydroxide, or otherwise known as Drano, that gets out all those clumps in the drain, oof. Sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. Here's a little bit larger ones, so compounds such as KOH, which is potassium hydroxide, also known as liquid soap, Mg, and then in parentheses OH2, which is magnesium hydroxide, or MOM is milk of magnesia, and aluminum, parentheses OH3, is aluminum hydroxide, or also is known as an antacid. So I hope that kind of helped you. It's a basic overview of acids and bases, the characteristics that go along with each. So as we go along in this unit, you'll be learning more. You'll be learning about the pH scale, which you'll have to kind of cover in your homework, but I showed you in the Google Doc where you can find that information. I also included a simulation that you can kind of play along with that looks at the pH of acids and bases, and I hope many of you do so. I hope you guys are really staying healthy and staying safe and making the best of this time. I truly do miss each and every one of you, and I love you all so much. Bye.